Croatia. The name itself is a promise. Ancient stone walls, sun-baked and surrounded by impossibly blue water. We came here searching for something: food, history, or maybe just a break from the everyday. As our plane descended, the coastline appeared like a shattered mirror, hundreds of islands scattered across the Adriatic. You sense right away that this place has stories to tell, etched into every cobblestone and whispered on every sea breeze. Our journey began with hopeful anticipation: a map, a rental car, and a plan destined to be changed. The air was thick with salt, pine, and the scent of summer itself, a warm, heavy blanket that slowed us down. Croatia was waiting for us just beyond the airport, with its stunning vistas and unexpected moments of magic. Our tiny rental car seemed almost comical against such a majestic landscape. Driving out, the first thing you notice are the colors: deep green cypress, terracotta rooftops, and that soul-stirring blue sea. It's a visual overload that makes you want to see, do, and taste everything. But Croatia teaches patience. This wasn't just a holiday, it was an exploration, a mission to understand the place through its small, everyday details. The old woman selling figs, the laughter of children leaping into the harbor, the taste of fresh olive oil on bread, these make a place real. We had 7 days, a blink in a country with centuries of history. We knew it wouldn't be enough. It never is. But we were determined to soak in as much as we could, to let Croatia leave its mark on us, for better or for worse. Dubrovnik, the pearl of the Adriatic. Walking through the Pile Gate is like stepping back in time. The city is a fortress, its limestone streets gleaming under the sun. The immense walls are a testament to centuries of defiance. We spent our first day getting lost, wandering narrow alleys to hidden courtyards and quiet cafes. The city is a living museum, but full of life. Cats on windowsills, violin music drifting from above, laundry flapping in the breeze. We climbed the city walls, a long, hot, but essential experience. From above, Dubrovnik is a sea of red roofs surrounded by endless blue. Lunch was simple: grilled fish, local olive oil, sun-ripened tomatoes. The food here is honest, fresh, unfussy, and full of care. The tavern owner shared stories of resilience and family, connecting us to the city's heart. As evening fell, the city softened, the crowds thinned, and a golden glow settled over the old town. We sat by the port, watching fishing boats bob in the water, the waves lapping gently against the stone. One day in, and Croatia was already working its spell. We felt tired, but in the best way, full of good food, incredible sights, and wonder. The magic here isn't just in the landmarks, but in the details, in the quiet moments, in the feeling that you're part of something ancient and alive. And we couldn't wait for more. The Croatian sun is not a gentle friend. It demands respect. On our second day, we learned this the hard way at a secluded beach of white pebbles and clear water. We swam, floated, and forgot the most basic rule: sunscreen is not optional. By afternoon, my skin was a painful, glowing red, a rookie mistake that changed our trip's rhythm. The sun became an adversary, forcing us to seek shade and slow down. Our plans for a night out turned into a pharmacy run for yogurt and aloe. That evening, slathered in cold yogurt, the sunset was less magical. Travel isn't always glamorous. Sometimes it's just you, a bad sunburn, and a tub of dairy. The sunburn forced us to explore in the cool mornings and evenings, making us appreciate the shade and the simple pleasure of a cold drink. It was a painful lesson, but a real one. Respect the sun, it always wins. And it became part of our Croatian story. If the sun is Croatia's wild force, the traffic is another. We left our beach cove for Split, driving the famous Adriatic Highway, sheer cliffs, green hills, and endless sea. For an hour, it was pure joy. Then traffic hit, a long, unmoving line of cars baking in the midday heat. The beautiful scenery was hard to appreciate from inside a metal oven. Frustration bubbled up. We argued over maps and music, powerless in the gridlock. The dream of a scenic drive became a test of patience. Hours passed before we finally moved again. We never learned the cause: accident, roadworks, or just too many people chasing the same paradise. The experience was a reality check. We weren't alone in this beauty. We were part of a wave of humanity, all seeking the same sun and sea. The traffic jam reminded us that the journey isn't always about the destination. Sometimes it's about surviving the bit in between. Croatia's beauty comes with its challenges, and that's part of the story too. We moved on, changed by the wait, ready for whatever came next. Arriving in Split felt like a victory. The city is built inside a Roman palace, Diocletian's palace, a living, breathing heart of ancient and modern. People live, shop, and eat within walls that have stood for centuries. We explored the palace's labyrinthine cellars and grand squares, feeling history come alive. But this was no museum. The palace buzzed with cafes, music, and life. That evening, we found a family-run restaurant serving peka, a traditional Croatian dish slow-cooked under a metal dome. Our lamb peka was tender, flavorful, and comforting, a meal made with patience and love. The owner shared how his grandmother taught him the recipe, a tradition passed down through generations. Eating that peka felt like a reward, a taste of the real Croatia away from the crowds. In that small restaurant, we felt contentment and connection. Split had healed us. It reminded us why we travel for moments of authentic, simple beauty, for food that tells a story, and for the feeling of being part of something timeless. After the city crowds, we craved the sea again. Croatia's 1,000 islands beckoned, so we took a ferry to Var, not for nightlife, but for quiet. Renting a scooter, we explored winding roads, passing sleepy villages and stone houses. The island felt slower, more peaceful, a secret Croatia. We found a nearly empty cove, accessible only by a steep track. There, we swam and lay on white pebbles, surrounded by nothing but waves and cicadas. No crowds, no noise, just pure, unadulterated peace. As the sun set, we rowed back, grateful for the day and the island's gift of solitude. Even in a tourist hotspot, you can find your own paradise. You just have to look for it. Take the road less traveled. Embrace the quiet beauty waiting to be discovered, and let the island show you its soul. Our last full day was spent in a small hill town not found in most guidebooks. The town was a maze of stone houses and, astonishingly, 46 churches and chapels. We wandered, searching for them all, a historical treasure hunt. At 6 o'clock, the bells began to ring, one, then another, until the air was filled with a symphony of 46 bells. It wasn't chaos, but a beautiful, complex sound rising from the stones. The bells felt like the town's voice, centuries of faith, community, and memory. We stood in the square, mesmerized as the sound washed over us. In that moment, all frustrations melted away. The bells connected past and present, reminding us why we travel to be moved by unexpected beauty. The echo lingered in our hearts. It was a moment of pure grace, the perfect culmination of our journey, the sound of Croatia itself. The final morning, always bittersweet. We packed slowly, sunburn faded to tan, memories fresh. One last thing before the airport, a Croatian breakfast. In a small bakery, we savored strong coffee and warm pastries, watching the town wake up. It was a simple morning, but it felt precious. We were no longer just tourists. We felt a small connection to this place. Driving to the airport, the landscapes were now filled with memories. The beach where we burned, the road where we waited, the island where we found peace. Croatia was no longer a stranger. We'd seen its beauty and its frustrations, and loved it all. Leaving was hard. It felt like leaving a piece of ourselves behind. As the plane took off, the coastline looked just as beautiful, but now it meant something more. It was a place we'd lived, even for a week, a place that enchanted us. Goodbye, Croatia, but not forever. What do you take from a week in Croatia? More than a tan or souvenirs? You take a feeling, a sense of connection, of stories lived and shared. A country is more than its sights. It's the taste of food, the kindness of strangers, the sound of bells, even the frustration of traffic. Our 7 days were a whirlwind of sun, sea, and soul. The best parts of travel are often unplanned. This journey changed us in small but important ways. Every place has a story, if you're willing to listen. Our story in Croatia was one of sunburns and symphonies, gridlock and grace. The road doesn't end here. There are more places to see, more stories to tell. We go out, get a little lost, make mistakes, and come back to share. Travel makes us better, more alive. Join us, subscribe, follow, and let's see the world together, one story at a time. The journey is everything.